So it popped in my head a few times, but I never actually went and did it. But the transfer portal, got to go look at the transfer portal. So how many days to the 28th? My number one's suspecting offing date. And I'm telling you, don't put it past them to do it on the 30th and have him rise on New Year's Day at the new year. Hence the song Strawberry Letter 23, but all throughout the lyrics, it's Strawberry Letter 22. You know, we've been over that many times. It's an old song, I believe, by the Brothers Johnson, and we've played it before, and we've looked at the lyrics, but it's called Strawberry Letter 23. It's an old 70s soul song. It's an awesome song. And if you're into that kind of thing, you know, it's the satanic music industry, what are you going to do? But, you know, it reminds me of nothing like music really take me back to my childhood, I tell you. But, you know, I was like in middle school, maybe. Yeah. So it's Strawberry Letter 23. Now, might be because it goes down in 22 and rises, or the abomination of desolation is 23, you know, when he returns as Antichrist. But so from the transfer portal of Janus Tennant, and we did it 2022 because it was a mirrored image month. And well, we discovered it right at when they were putting all the transfer portal commercials on TV from Dr. Pepper. And they were just talking about the portal, talking about portal. It's all they would talk about in college football. You know, name, image, likeness, transfer portal. Name, image, likeness, transfer portal. And we remember this portal when we started setting this date. It took you through to the second. It was progressions of 37 that were really powerful. And the second progression through the portal landed on the Gateway Arch of October 28th. And my second wife's birthday. The third progression through the portal landed on May Day in the other direction. It was 37 plus 37 plus 37. That 37 progression landed on May Day. And so just like there's Lily James, the actress I follow concerning Lily and I Pet Goat, I've got a friend who was born on May Day. And I track, you know, that scenario very closely. But anyway, you add 352 days to get to our December 28th date. Okay. When you subtract it back through the portal, it lands on January 23rd, which is 2322. Like, okay, well, I can dig that. That's 322 coded. Straight up. What about the rising day? To achieve the rising day, you must add 354 days. Okay, December 30th. When you run it back through the portal in the other direction, because it's a transfer portal of time where the dates connect to each other is what it is. Just like Trump said on October 2nd, 2020, I have the illness. This is per my Facebook friend Adam told me, well, why don't you look at when Trump had, when he was sick, and he said something about like October 4th, October 5th, when he got out of the hospital or something like that. I said, well, they announced it on Donnie Darko date. Let's run that through the portal. When you run it back through the other way, it lands on this coming total solar eclipse. And what is a corona? Which is Trump said he had the illness on October 2nd, the Donnie Darko date. When you run it back through, we'll go over that one next. When you subtract through the portal the 354 days, that gets you to the rising date. It is January 21st, which is 121. 121, Antichrist. So that was fairly amazing. Now, if you were to go and make it 356, that puts you on New Year's Day. If you subtract that, you're at the reversing of 9/11 or 119 Donald. So you do see how he could rise on New Year's Day. And I understand this is 2021. But I'm still looking. I'm looking just at the dates, really. But it's a transfer portal of time by math. Do you follow what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes any sense. Let me show you what I'm talking about when we did 465 days. October 2nd, 2020, when he said, I've got it. And a corona is the outer ring of a total solar eclipse. When you add the 469 days, it lands on April 20th, 2023. Perfect. Corona. Total solar. And we did so much on that back in the day. Sorry, I took a little break and then got a little organized. We'll go over some items I've got in prep. So anyway, if you go back and look, 354, that gives you to the potential offing day or rising day. And when you go backwards, it lands on Antichrist, 121. It seems like it would be more of a rising day. And if we say 350, 352, I'll tell you, I was following two car tags a day. They stayed next to each other constantly, I-4 bumper to bumper traffic. And I was behind one, and the other car kept coming and getting next to the other one. And it was 689 and car tag 968. And, you know, the 68 is a reversing of the 86, and 89 would then be her third marriage. In other words, she replaced it because I 86 the 88, which is exactly on Groundhog Day, which is exactly what will happen when, during the Trump event. And I multiplied them together when I got home, and it was 66952. Well, 52 was my second marriage number to her. Well, remember the divorce date was 332 days left in the year of 2009, and it was 666,988, which was her marriage number to me. I thought that was so weird. How do you get a 666 with a 9 and then an 88? And today I run into the 52 combo. It's just like, what? And y'all would have had to have been following me for a while to understand. I've showed it, recently. But so this transfer portal, there's the 52 on the 28th. and you reverse it back through, and you land on 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. Yes, I get it. It's 2021. We're not looking, this isn't anything but just looking at the numbers that it throws out. Sometimes it's the date, sometimes is it on a 37 progression? But in this particular case, I just wanted to see what it landed on. You know what's weird? Oh boy. On the 22nd last year, she came and picked up the divorce papers. And I was like, I'm divorcing her all over again. As a symbolic, she needed divorce papers to go about a loan, and she didn't have hers or whatever. She couldn't find it. And she came up to where I worked. We worked for the same system. And I said, yeah, just meet me at the fence. We laughed, she got along great. We get along great. I'm great friends, very close with her daughter. And she's one we just had dinner with the other night, and her and her boyfriend, they are heading to New York City for New Year's. I mean, give me a break if this thing goes down. But I'm just now realizing that if you do 353, you're going to land on that day that divorced her again, theoretically. Kidding. I'm joking. That's on Thursday when you reverse it back the other way. Now, that's an actual event that took place. And it was on the 22nd. Our divorce was on 2/2, February 2nd. And she came and got the divorce papers on January 2/2. On the 2/2 day of the year, by the way. So not only is your date 2/2 of January, but it's your 2/2 day of the year. Let's look at future tense on that. 365 minus 22. 343. 343 times 2021. $69332, because you take anytime you have, my deal about the third number you put in front of the one that's in front of the zero. If there's a zero between them, something I was shown to do because of another numbering system that I do. And that's weird that that's 69 and 332, and you get that 332 days left in the year on my divorce day, and you get that 6669, that's 69 again. Remember we did the 69 times Trump? We're not going to do that. I don't know, man. This 28th, 29th, 30th, it's almost like put them in a box and shake it and just pull one out. You could just make a case for any of them. Just absolutely can make a case for any of them. Also, today's the eve, it's day 361. So if you take 361 and times it by 5225, which is EVE, E is the 5th letter, V is the 22nd letter, and then Eve, you do get 886 with an 18. I mean, is that telling us that tonight's the eve? Times it by 2022. 38 murder code. Times it by 12 times 27. Again with the 18 and the 88. And the 11-8, which 11 times 8 is 80. It's just, wow. I don't know, man. It's so weird. Oh my goodness, there's 718. Horse 911, Porsche 718. That's so weird. What is 12 times 27? It's 324. So 324 times, by the way, my number times 27. 222, Eve coding. With the first two progressions of 37, with the 77 in the middle, which is Eve coding. So you go back and you say 5225 times 324 times 2022. You got murder code, 34 years from 88. Put the 4 in front of the 3, 243, the length of no time to die. I don't know. I'm just reaching around. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reaching, messing around. It's day 361, and you get that 718 in the exact heart of it, fused with an 88. Why don't you go future tense? There's 4 days left in the year. 5225 times 4. 186, 5186. 86ing that marriage. My second progression. I did that because I multiplied it by 7154, which anytime you get a number followed by 0, times it by God, 7154. Future tense, 4 days left. 5225, Eve, times 2022. Tell you what, man. Whew, wow, I don't know. Guess I'm just spooking myself. Trump will be that many days old tomorrow, 27956. And 569, not 956, but 569, it's how many days from my marriage to the divorce. So you look at all the factors. You've got 2 and 13978. You got 4 and 6989. Well, it's 69 and the 89. And in the heart of that number is the 98, 98 versus White Horse. You got 29 and 964. You got 58 and 482. You got 241 and 116. Those are all your factors. Factors of what he would potentially be on the rising day. 2 and 13,979, 7 and 3,994, and lastly, 14 and 1997. Just 2, 7, 14, 1997, 3994, 13979. That's it. I'll be 22, 455. That was my marriage to her. That's our first 3 digits of our combined number, 455. We were divorced on 22. That's why it's such a big day, along with how her daughter's number, all the digits in her number, remember, because her number, 3 times 19 times 1998, she's got the 138 for Donald Trump in Gematria, the 88 for Trump in Gematria being 86th. But that 113, from the 28th, it's 113 days to the abomination of desolation. The next set of numbers, 138, it's 138 days from when Sirius the dog star rose. What's left is that 86. What's left is the 86. All that fits right on the 28th. My factors 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, 45, 499, 1497, 2495, 4491, 7485. Rising day. Just 17 and 1321. Second wife's would-be third husband number, and 1321 is part of her zip code. You know those dangling digits after the zip code? My Mayday friend will be 13755 days old on the 28th. A million factors. 1, 3, 5, 7, 15, 21, 35, 105, 131, 393, 655, 917, 1965, 2751, 45, 85, and of course 13755. Yeah, 45, 85 is, well, I got married to my second wife at the 585 address. FOR 585. My Mayday friend on the potential rising day of the 30th, prime number 13757. I got a picture of my Mayday friend last year on August 6th. I went back and looked at her Facebook. That's what it said. August 6th. And they went on this team building hatchet throwing or axe throwing deal. And the axe had a 1, 2, 3, 4 with this big red O for the bullseye, followed by 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Like if you were keeping score or something, because it was, you know, all this stuff in a circle. And lo and behold, I'll get it and clip her face out. Hang on. You see that's 404 verses in the book of Revelation. And it's got the 404 with a big blood red, right? And it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Well, does that 1, 2, 3 stand for 1230? That would be the rising day, which opens the book of Revelation. So it's just freaky. That's all. And that person that did that will be 13757, prime number, days old on that day. We're exactly 8,700 days apart, because I'll be 22457. I started also wondering about that 4269 on James Bond's car. When you add 42 plus 69, you get 111. And don't forget, my Mayday friend is 111 days off the portal. The third progression of 37 is 111. 37 plus 37 plus 37. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I don't know. There's a lot of, I did it for my divorce date. It landed on October 11th. I did it from Donnie Darko date, 1988. It landed on October 11th. Different years, but October 11th, just the same. I just thought it was very strange. That's kind of 111 coding, isn't it? One, because October is 10. it's 1011999 on that date. The other one is 101122020. I don't know. Just minutia. That bond tag of 4269, when you multiply it, and I looked at a lot of different stuff. Christian Bale, 42 times 69 was 289. Again with this 89. 98th verse of Revelation is white horse. 289 is the Mustang 289. I don't know. Just poking around at the number. So, y'all remember the last relationship I had, 2017, how her number, she's 12 times 20 times 1966, book of Revelation, 66, book of the Bible. And her number has a 718 in the middle, surrounded by fours. Porsche 718, Porsche 911. Dark Knight was released on 718. The Rises was released 2 days later, 720. Rises on the third day. They were both on leap years. Dark Knight, 718, 2008. Dark Knight Rises, 720, 2012. If you run her, and she and I combined, remember, have the fascinating 38 for murder code, 88 being 86, 886, along with the rising day of 168, 68 and 86 together, fused together, or 68 and 68 combined if you don't include the 0 with an 86 in the middle. Just a lot of 88s, 86s, 68s, along with murder code of 38. So it's a profound number she and I combined. If you run her birthday through to the 86ing date, four, 9, 11, 12 in the hours, 2046. Oh, I know what it was. She's also 56 years old in 9 days. And remember, my marriage to my divorce to Candy which was 86 and the 88. I was married to the 88. I was her 88th. She's 56 years, 9 days, and that's how long I was married. 5, 6, 9 days. So there's that 5, 6, 9 coded. If you include both dates. If not, you have to run it to the 29th. Yeah, the 29th would be if you don't include both dates, which is, again, another potential day. No doubt. I mean, the funniest thing that they could possibly do that God would have ordained would be to have him go down like on New Year's Eve or something. Which I don't know. I feel like I think he'd be more like rising on New Year's Day. If he goes down on the 30th, he does go down on a Friday and rises on New Year's Day on a Sunday. That's the same days. That's a mimic of Jesus, Friday to Sunday, rising on the third day. Christian Bale, and adding the 569 days to his birth. Christian Bale comes to October 8th, 88, straight up. So I don't know, coincidence or just fascinatingly, we're poking around at the right stuff. Daniel Craig, don't forget, Daniel Craig, Book of Daniel is the end times book where Trump's reigns supreme. And I'll tell you what else we're going to look at in just a second. But he comes to November 9th, which is 11/9 coded. When you add 4,269 days, the bond tag that Daniel Craig actually drove. Now go to Daniel Craig's birthday, since he's named after the book of Daniel, and just key in 927. Whoops, why did I put a decimal? Key in 927. September 15th. Key in 9 years, 27 days. March 29th. Key in 9 years, 2 months, 7 days for 927. May 9th. Lastly, we're just poking around here. December 23rd. Okay. If you go from my birthday and add the 4269, you land on March 14th, 1973. So I ran that date, March 14th, 1973, to our offing day, and it's 18186. What else did I play around with today? It's like paint by numbers. Let's just play around with numbers. We already went over that. Okay, just key in the word 28. Now, here's what's weird about the 28. My first wife had a 28 in her number because she is Obama's birthday, but Obama was my year. But she's 1964, then 8 times 4. 62848. She's got 28 in her number. Times it by me, our combined number has a 28 right smack dab in the middle of it, along with 86. 28 with the number 86, followed by the 69. So 2869. That's insanely crazy, isn't it? Go to my second wife, 5.5244. She's 1028 times 1973. 10 times 28 times 1973. You get 55244. Remember, she and I are the ones that have that mathematical anomaly in our combined number times each year with the rotating numbers in the middle that never ends. Every 16 years, the two alternating numbers each move up a digit. We just completed 16 years of 628, 128. I'm sorry, 627, 127. Starting next year, 628, 128 for 16 years. You take her number, times it by my number. There's 28. My Mayday friend, $28. And don't forget, my Mayday friend with my stepdaughter, their days crossed on the 12th this year. The amount of days each of them are old crisscrossed on the exact same day with the amount of days I am away from both of them. My stepdaughter turned 8,700 days old on that day, and that's how many days apart my Mayday friend and I are. And my Mayday friend turned 13405 days old on that day. And my stepdaughter and I are 13405 days apart. I had to really concentrate, put all that in proper order. those two birthdays that did cross, that crisscrossed on the 12th of January this past year, 2 days after the transfer portal. That's 319 times 1998, 3 times 19 times 1998, and 5 times 1 times 1985. So you can work that out yourself. That was fascinating. So 28 net combined number. So it's just interesting. All these 28s. My dad was nine times 16 times 1937. 27 ends in a 28, begins with a 27, ends in a 28, has an 89 in the middle. But I keyed in 28 in the gematria. And simple gematria, it comes to 156. Well, 9/11 is the 156th prime number. Again, this could all just be a bunch of nothing. We've done this before, and it all ends up being nothing. 28 rendezvous comes up. 347 comes up, which, remember, State versus Tech last year came to 34-7 score. Florida, Georgia last year was 34-7 score. Not this past season, but the 2021 season. In the 2021 bowl games, State played Tech, which are the two teams of Fansville, Dr. Pepper, and they played the 34-7 score. Texas Tech versus Mississippi State, which was whose team? Mike Leach, the fake death. And they put up his right eye pirate photo. 2 days after he was dead, or 3 days, they throw it up on the screen to honor him. He's the pirate. Because why? Piracy is what will take place during the war and famine time. They love the words chaos, wild, wild west. When they talk about college football, it's all they do. 347 comes up. That was the score of State versus Tech with Mike Leach last year. The trumpet is about to sound. Our favorite president. And Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Whoops. I made a boo-boo. That was just Jewish gematria. You go back to number 1 and look at the simple. 666 pops up. 33 pops up. 828, which could be 288. Or 882. But 666 comes up when you key in 28. Hey, it's 1117, y'all. With the 03. Don't forget, that's second wife's number times this year. 55244 times 2022. 1117 with the 03. And tomorrow, when you multiply 12 times 28, you get the 336. And there's your 1117. So that's another reason we really were high on the 28th. Just as above, so below comes up on the 28th. Baron Trump comes up for just 28. By the way, this is just the number 28. December 18th pops up, which is 1218, which is 121 fused with 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6, associated with 121 Antichrist. Today is the day comes up. The number of a man, Boston Celtics, Cincinnati Bengals, Milwaukee Bucks, The beast rising, well, that would be 2 days after 28. July 4th. So I'll hit page 2 and see if I run into anything interesting. I won't bog you down with it. Beginning and the end, but that's not the beginning of the end. Trump rally pops up. I wonder what beginning of the end. I just want to see if. Hang on a second. That's Trump rally, beginning and the end. Don't pay no attention to that. Destroy America does come up. 1, 2, 0 comes up for 121 Antichrist. That's weird. All right, hang on. Let me keep going. Anyway, that's it. So, I mean, here we are at the eve, right? Eve. 2096 in the New Testament, 2332 in the Old Testament. Once you look at 488, 87, 872, do you know that 872 is Candy's second progression marriage to me out 3 digits? Because her first marriage was 871. So that's why, out 2 digits, the 87 goes to the 88. Well, 871 to the second progression, me. This is her second marriage to me 2 different ways when you multiply the 2 Eves together. Her first marriage number is 87. Her second is 88, out 2 digits. And out 3 digits is 872. If that's FOR, I mean, that's just so weird. Because I know I'm weird. But again, she's 5'2", Her first husband was August 10th, 1971, which comes to 15768. So her marriage number was 8710873. So it's got 871 and an 873. It's like built into her original marriage number is a third marriage. It's so crazy. You remember Earl, whose number was 37044, times the address he was shot and killed at, 3803, murder code, right? 38 and 83. Zip code 33881. So the address he was shot and killed at's got a 38, an 83, 333, or 33, again with a 38 and an 88. So you multiply him times that address, and you have 87, Candy's first marriage, 88, her marriage to me, 89, her would-be third marriage, and 90, her potential fourth marriage. Well, is one of those the bride of Christ? Does the Lord call her? Because she's not called yet. And she's living with a guy who's got Earl's same birthday. They are what, 7 years apart? 1960, 1967? Excuse me. That's crazy though, isn't it? And that's my condo number. That's scary. That's my next wife progression, 64. I mean, right, there's 77, which is Eve coding. Because Eve is in the spelling of 7 and 11, and 7 times 11 is 77. Oh, man. We are ready to go for anyway. So you do 2332 times 2096 times the actual spelling of Eve, EVE. Well, there's a lot more stuff there, isn't there? That's my my would-be third marriage number progression. I mean, so 5 and a 5, that reps my second marriage, or 5 times 5 reps my second marriage. My original marriage was on 312. Don't forget my original marriage on 312, 3 times 12 times 1983, murder code 83. Comes to 71388. 138, Donald Trump, 88 for Trump. 86 on what? On October 4th of 1985. $937 days. 569, 937. I've been married a total of 1506 days. $224.88 in the hours. That's how long we were married. I thought my divorce date was on October 5th for years. Come to find out, that's on a Saturday. So it must have been the 4th, because I'd always equated it to the day after my high school sweetheart's birthday. Well, October 4th is my high school sweetheart's birthday, so I just messed it up. Divorced on a Friday had to have been. So I'm about to be 22488 in the hours. I'm about to be that many days old. And if Trump does not go down and we start looking at the year of the rabbit, I will look for when I turn 22488 days old. I'll find that for you. Well, it'll be on the 30th. Sure would be on the 30th, wouldn't it? Well, Earl was killed on 128th day of the year. So I like 128 better, because that's 22486, and he would rise on 22488. That would be, can they kill 2 billion in basically the month of February, March? It would be 2 solid months plus a few days and a few weeks. Now, that winter storm that y'all just saw, they can send one right after another. I bet they can send one about every 10 days. So over a 40-day span, what is it? Actually 60 days. So they can send 6 of those killer storms, but make them even worse. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. And like what's his name said, an angel rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm. Bush. And an angel still rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm. God bless you all, and God bless America. It was the ending of his inaugural address, Bush. I Googled it. That is not a Bible verse. So Satan, the prince of the power of the air, and knowing they have weather manipulation, the AI has taught them how to do that. Considering bombs, I just don't know if you can famine people to death over that amount of time, because it literally says with war and with famine. You know, even from now till then is pushing it. It's all of January, all of February, all of March, and half of April. It's 3.5 months. it's hard to die of starvation short of, 3 and 4 or 5 weeks. How long does it take for somebody to starve to death? How long does it take to die if you don't eat? People can survive up to 3 weeks after they stop eating. However, without staying hydrated as well, the human body can survive only 3 to 5 days. That ain't much. That's scary, isn't it? So I guess they can. And you know what's really weird to me is all these war movies. You go back and watch all these war movies, World War II. It's like nobody's ever starving. No, the food is never part of the conversation in these movies. It's like they've always got food. They've always got food. They go through towns, everybody's got food. Tanks go through towns, everybody's got food. So I don't know, man. It's just weird. We understand a lot of the, World War I and World War II. I'm quite sure they were real wars, but you just wonder how much of it was also modified, manufactured, like they're totally doing the one over there now. With Russia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So to kill with famine, per the Bible, it doesn't take that long, biblically, to zero in on that. It could be done getting into, the full moon is on what? January 6th. But Lily and the Depression on New Year's, I don't think we can go past New Year's Eve this year. I just don't. All right, anyway, that's it. That's a wrap. We did good, right? We did good. We did good. All right, love y'all. And I already checked for comments. We didn't have any comments.